Imagine a pill. If a pharmaceutical company released a single capsule that could lower your blood pressure, sharpen your memory, delete your stress, and literally clean your internal organs, all with zero side effects, it would be the most expensive drug in human history. But here's the thing, you don't need a prescription. You don't need a gym membership. You don't even need a change of clothes. All you need is a sidewalk and 30 minutes. Walking is often dismissed because it looks too easy. We've been conditioned to believe that if you aren't gasping for air or drenched in sweat, it doesn't count. But modern science is proving the opposite. Today, we're going on a journey, not just down the street, but deep inside your cellular biology. We're going to look at exactly what happens to your brain, your blood, and your bones when you decide to walk for just 30 minutes every single day. By the end of this video, you'll realize that walking isn't just movement, it's a biological reset button. The moment you step out your door and start moving, your body realizes the status quo has changed. In the first 60 seconds, your heart rate climbs from a resting state, maybe 60 or 70 beats per minute, to a steady, rhythmic 100. This isn't a panic spike. It's a warm-up signal. Your blood vessels start to produce a magical molecule called nitric oxide. Think of this as a relaxant for your arteries. Your vessels widen, allowing blood to flow more easily. This is why, within just 5 minutes, your blood pressure actually starts to drop. Your body is saying, "We're moving now." We need the pipes open, but it's not just physical. The most profound shift happens in your nervous system. You move from the sympathetic state, the fight or flight mode we're all stuck in because of work and emails, into the parasympathetic state. Walking tells your brain you aren't being chased by a predator. You're exploring your environment. You are safe. Now you're 10 minutes in, you've found your stride. This is where the brain starts to transform. Most people think of the brain as a computer that sits still. But your brain is actually a movement-driven organ. As your legs move rhythmically, your heart pumps 15% more blood directly to your prefrontal cortex. That's the CEO of your brain, the part responsible for decision-making and focus. But there's a secret ingredient being released right now, BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists call this miracle grow for the brain. BDNF helps your neurons repair themselves and even grow new connections. This is why you often get your best ideas while walking. You aren't just thinking. You're literally fertilizing your brain cells. If you've ever felt mental fog, walking is the windshield wiper. It clears out the metabolic waste and replaces it with fresh, oxygenated fuel. Let's talk about something that happens under the surface, your blood sugar. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. To handle this, your body pumps out insulin. But in our modern world, our cells often get tired of insulin. We call this insulin resistance. When you walk, your muscles do something incredible. They activate glucose transporters. Think of these as tiny vacuum cleaners. Even without extra insulin, your walking muscles start sucking the sugar out of your blood to use as energy. This is why a 30-minute walk after a meal is more effective than many medications for managing blood sugar. You are literally cleaning your blood with your legs. Here is the big secret about weight loss that the fitness industry doesn't tell you. When you do high-intensity interval training, your body burns a lot of calories, but it also spikes cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat because it thinks you're in an emergency. Walking is the sweet spot because it's low intensity. Your cortisol stays low. Your body stays in the aerobic zone. In this zone, your body prefers to burn stored fat rather than quick sugar. You aren't forcing the weight off, you're coaxing it off. It's the difference between trying to break a door down and simply using the key. Walking is the key. Wait, real quick, if you're starting to see how these tiny hidden processes add up, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that science-based health matters. And if you're new here, subscribe. Every week we break down the why behind your body's most amazing functions so you can take control of your health without the hype. Also, I want to know, what time of day do you usually walk? Morning, lunch, or evening? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Now, let's get back to your heart. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it wants to be efficient. As you make walking a daily habit, your heart undergoes a remodeling. It becomes stronger at pumping, meaning it doesn't have to beat as often. This is why regular walkers see their resting heart rate drop. But it's also about the arterial tree. Walking keeps your arteries flexible. Stiff arteries lead to heart attacks. Flexible arteries lead to longevity. Large-scale studies have shown that 150 minutes of walking a week, that's exactly 30 minutes, 5 days a week, reduces your risk of a heart attack by a staggering 30%. That's a better return on investment than any stock market. This is a part of health almost everyone ignores, the lymphatic system. Think of this as your body's sewage system. It carries away cellular waste, toxins, and bacteria. But here's the catch, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. Your heart pumps your blood, but nothing pumps your lymph except your muscles. When you walk, the calf pump in your legs acts as a second heart. It literally squeezes the waste fluid up through your body to be filtered and removed. If you don't move, your sewage stays stagnant. This is why you feel heavy or puffy after sitting all day. Walking is how you flush your internal system. Most modern diseases from arthritis to heart disease and even depression share one common enemy, chronic inflammation. Walking is a natural anti-inflammatory. It reduces pro-inflammatory cytokines in the blood. By moving consistently, you're telling your immune system to chill out. You're switching your body from a state of red alert to a state of maintenance and repair. People often say, I can't walk, my joints hurt, but for the vast majority, the reason your joints hurt is because you don't walk. Cartilage, the padding in your joints, doesn't have a direct blood supply. It gets its nutrients through compression. Every time you take a step, you squish nutrients into the cartilage. Furthermore, walking creates mechanical stress on your bones. Your body responds by making those bones denser and stronger. Walking is the best defense against osteoporosis. It's not about wearing out your body, it's about wearing it in. Why does walking do so much? Because you were built for it. For 99% of human history, we didn't work out, we didn't do cardio, we walked. We walked to find food, to find water, and to find each other. Your DNA expects you to move about 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day. When you sit still, your biology gets confused. It thinks you're injured or sick, so it starts to shut down systems to save energy. When you walk, you are finally speaking a language your genes understand. You are saying, I am alive, I am healthy, and I am moving forward. The best part about your 30-minute walk isn't how you feel during the walk, it's how you feel for hours later. Because you've stabilized your insulin, you won't have that 3 p.m. energy crash. Because you've lowered your cortisol, you'll fall asleep faster and stay in deep sleep longer. Because you've boosted your BDNF, you'll be more creative in your meetings or your hobbies. Walking isn't a task you check off your list. It's an investment that pays dividends every hour of the day. Look, the world wants you to think that health is complicated. It wants to sell you expensive apps, powders, and equipment. But science tells a simpler story. You don't need to be an athlete. You don't need to be fit to start. You just need to be consistent. If you walk 30 minutes today, you'll feel better. If you walk 30 minutes for a month, you'll look better. If you walk 30 minutes for a year, you'll be a different person entirely. So, here is my challenge to you. Don't try to exercise. Just go for a walk. Your heart will thank you. Your brain will thank you, and your future self. They'll be glad you started today. Will you commit to just 30 minutes tomorrow? Write I'm in the comments if you're taking the challenge. And if you want to see how to pair this walking habit with the perfect morning routine, watch this video next. Stay curious, stay moving, and I'll see you in the next one.